Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we will be talking about Rahaf Muhammad. Rahaf Muhammad, she was a woman. She was like pretty much a young girl, and she's a victim of liberal sex trafficking. This is a girl of, if you remember her, she was this girl from Saudi Arabia. She wanted to escape what she alleged was her abusive family. She provided no proof of this abuse, but pretty much she wanted to be a whore. And she went to the Philippines or Singapore embassy in Saudi Arabia. It became this big thing where she had her phone and she was broadcasting to everyone how she was being oppressed. On Twitter she was doing this, and her family joked that they should have taken away her phone, and they should have. It wasn't enough to take away her passport, but pretty much she was in this hotel room. She found her way to the embassy, and then the embassy took her to Canada. Canada provided her with refuge, and she's the perfect golden cow for liberalism, right? It's this poor oppressed woman, and the liberal West is saving her from these misogynistic Muslims. But today we actually want to talk about how she's a victim of liberal sex trafficking. So today, like we said, she's an OnlyFans whore. She's had a kid out of wedlock. She abandoned the kid. She came from a good family. There's no evidence that her family was abusive, but she left them, and so she was brainwashed, right? She was a minor. She was supposed to stay with her family. The West had no right to take her away. She was a minor. She was a kid. She was brainwashed by the West to be this hoe. And this is what the West does. They convince these women, they groom these young women, especially girls, and they groom them to be, to tell them that once you're sexually promiscuous, once you have, sex out of wedlock, you hook up, you do these things, you'll be happy. It's religion that's keeping you oppressed. So especially towards younger girls, minors, this is grooming. This is grooming. It's a form of sex trafficking. It's a form of, it is sex trafficking. It's sex trafficking done by liberals in the name of secular liberal ideology.